Welcome to Close to Home with your host, Carrie Pugh. Join us as we journey through the North Georgia mountains, visiting special people, places, and events with stories of the past and new things to come. At Windstream Cable Television Channel 4, we're keeping you close to home.
Today, we're in Jackson County at the Shields-Ethridge Heritage Farm. Hi, I'm Carrie Pugh, and welcome to Close to Home. Walking on this old farm is like stepping back into the early 1800s. And when we return, we're talking to Susan Chesson, sixth-generation owner of this family establishment. Stay tuned, you won't want to miss it.
I was born in Santurce, Puerto Rico, a place that has been home to multitudes. A lot of generations came before, and only by understanding them, we can better understand ourselves. The History Channel agrees. That's why they're working with Preserve America on Save Our History, a program that helps communities protect the places that connect them to the past. Get involved at saveourhistory.com, because history matters.
We are probably some of the luckiest people in the world to have had this continue to be in our family all these many years. The farm consists of 500 acres presently, and at the peak of it, it was around 875 acres. We today have the 8th generation living here on the farm, who are my 4 grandchildren, and I'm a 6th generation. All the buildings that you'll see today were built around 1909, 1910. They all sit on their original sites. We have a commissary, we have a blacksmith shop, a grist mill, a teacher's residence, a schoolhouse named Bachelor's Academy, and we have a cotton gin. It was listed on the National Register of Historic Places in 1992. My mother spent 10 years getting that nomination together. And then in 1994, the family I have one sister, Ann Lacey, who lives in Valdosta, Georgia. She, along with her husband and myself and my husband, Darrell, and my mother, Joyce Ethridge, decided to put 150 acres into a farm foundation called the Shields-Ethridge Heritage Farm Foundation. And we did it so we can be an educational outdoor facility for students to come and learn about farming techniques, how people lived, their lifestyle, and just loving the earth and being, part of what goes on here. We're all excited today because we have a wonderful group of students here from Jackson County High School that are called Farm Fellows, and they are part of this grant that we got through the History Channel, and it's called Save Our History. And there are probably 60 to 75 students that will be here for the next 2 days. We're hosting, the field trip is hosting 3rd graders throughout the county. There will be approximately 500 children here. And we hope to continue this as an annual event every year, that the school will continue to work with us. We hope that it's going to be a long-term relationship.
Tell us a little bit more about some of the things that the children actually get to participate in.
Oh, they are having so much fun. They've been here this morning since about 9:30, and at the teacher's house they're learning how to wash clothes, how that was done.
The old-fashioned way.
Old-fashioned way. I don't know how much any of them would like to do that today, but you know, they're having a blast. They're also quilting, which is something I've wanted to do for years. We have a quilt on a quilt rack at the teacher's house, and each student that comes through is actually putting stitches in that quilt, and then they're signing a journal that they were here and that they were part of it. Out at the gym, we have a number of students. Alan Kennedy's class, they are 11th graders, and they are conducting a tour through the gin in 3 different locations. They're plowing, they're planting cottonseed, they're looking at a small cotton gin and watching how it actually works. They are taking a ride up to Baxter's Academy on a little hay wagon, and they are looking at a class that's actually going on in Baxter's Academy. Some of the students are conducting a class. Then we have the blacksmith shop, which is behind us, and 2 of the boys in there are, I guess, just showing the techniques of blacksmithing and how important a blacksmith was to a farm. And then also they're going into the commissary, which is like a general store, and, you know, getting information there, because they're finding out that we're not like we are today, right, that you go to shopping centers and such. Today, or back in the heyday of this farm, everybody in this community came here and utilized what we have. We even have a grist mill that ground corn and wheat. And they're realizing that all the farmers, I hope they're realizing that everybody worked hard and, you know, made a living and had a good life.
And you were telling me something interesting about this building that's right behind, or right in front of us, actually. Give me a little more information on what you were telling me a few minutes ago.
Okay, it's real. You know, people ask me how we, I guess, find out all the information that we do, and it's almost like putting a puzzle together. Things can't continue to just surface, and the building she's referring to is the garage, and it's made out of concrete block. And we discovered that in various places on the building, my father and his father had written with a lead pencil these little notations. One is about like in the early part of the 1900s when it was foggy outside, and I understand that had something to do with when it was going to get cold, and they had that listed on
Kind of like a weather prediction.
And it also had a little notation about when some pigs were born. And then on the front of the building, it has when there's a well inside the garage, and it had the date of when the well was dug, how much water was actually in the well. So, yeah, I mean, it's just like continuing to put a puzzle together. We have numerous records, ledger books, history that goes back to the early part of the 1900s. And
okay, say if I want to bring my family, are there certain times that this is open, or is it open to the public, or is it field trips, or how exactly can people come and enjoy your farm and experience what these 3rd graders are experiencing?
Presently, we are doing it as an appointment only, and we have a telephone number. It's 706-367-2949 that you can call, and you'll speak to me, and I can make arrangements for you to come. And then as far as the field trips go, we host many local and out-of-county grade levels. We have focused on 3rd grade because we feel like that's in what we're doing here is in their state curriculum. We also have written a curriculum for ourselves. Martha Walker from Athens has written a curriculum for us. So that's part of our website too.
I'm here with Anna, and Anna, what has been your favorite thing that you have done on the farm today?
Probably the blacksmith shop.
What did you see at the blacksmith shop?
Them making a leaf out of metal, and I didn't know that metal is recycled.
That metal was recycled. Oh, okay. And I'm also here with Jessie. Jessie, what have you learned here today?
About the blacksmithing, and I didn't know that they used metal to make their own tools, and then they had to use metal again to make the stuff they wanted to make.
Neat. All right, did you also do the clothes washing? How did you enjoy that?
Well, I really didn't go up there, but I enjoyed watching them doing that.
Can you tell me how they actually washed clothes?
Well, they take a piece of wood and put metal on it, and they take soap and scrub it on the metal, and then they take a rag that's been in water and rub it on the soap, and then take it to another bucket and put it in there and wash that off.
And did you know how they got water?
They used a well and the bucket went down and down until they heard it and felt it hit, and then that's when they knew the water was in the bucket, and then they brought it back up so they could wash their hands and put it in buckets to wash their clothes.
We're here with Miss Wallace and Dr. Wallace from Jackson County High School. And can you tell us how you got involved with the farm?
Well, very early on in my teaching career, I realized the importance of hands-on learning. I was looking for a way to make that a practical application to the students that I'm teaching. When I was working on my doctorate degree, I designed my doctorate around the idea of a school museum. The title of it was Design Centers for a High School Museum Resource Center. When I heard about the good work Shields-Ethridge Hertiage Farm was doing in teaching students and providing a living museum, I decided I wanted to try and get involved with that, and also try and get some of my colleagues at Jackson County High School involved with it. And we decided to do that. It's worked out very well. We have a large team of highly experienced educators.
The third graders were already visiting the farm on a regular basis. Last year, our ninth grade American government class came out, and they acted as docents, or what they call farm fellows, conducting the third graders through. It was actually those students' ideas that led to some of the projects. They thought it would be nice if they could come in costume. So this year, once the grant came about, it sort of blossomed into incorporating more students. The AP American Government group is here today. Half of them are up in the school and sitting in class reviewing for their AP exam. The other half is conducting tours. We also have the Advanced Placement 11th grade class taking the tour of the students through the gin and guiding them through the history of the cotton production. And so we've got those two large groups. And then, of course, all the other groups that are involved. We have ROTC students here, certainly have been wonderful guiding the students through and safety and traffic control and food for our kids. And then it's just, it seems like the more that other people heard about what was going on, oh, I can do this. And it's just a domino effect.
I think I'd like to mention, too, that part of the reason why they're so successful is because you need to connect learning to real-life experiences, and that's what gets these students excited.
As you've seen and heard today, the phrase down on the farm takes on a whole new meaning here at the Shields-Ethridge Heritage Farm. If you'd like more information on this beautiful outdoor museum, check out their website or call the number on the screen. And until next time, I'm Carrie Pugh, keeping you close to home.
The great thing about the Hubble telescope is it allows us to see not just across space, but across time, far into the distant past. Sadly, we don't have a similar device to see our own history, but we do have many historic places that tell the story of this country. That's why the History Channel is working with Preserve America on Save Our History to protect endangered places that connect us with our past. Get involved at SaveOurHistory.com because history matters.